Why does science curriculum need to be ambitious? So this is a question that's been asked quite a lot over the years, and it's possibly one of the more contentious topics within the world of teaching because there's so many different opinions, different viewpoints, and very few people can actually go and agree on it. So in the world of teaching science in the UK, we tend towards covering all aspects of science as set out by the national curriculum. Right, so there is, however, no specific way or order that this needs to be done. And that's before we start thinking about how we're going to assess it and other aspects of teaching that aim to go and improve the experience for our students. So if we're looking at how we can ensure that our curriculum is of a high quality, to start off with, and possibly most importantly, so any curriculum needs to be carefully sequenced, taking into account what students have covered previously and what they're going to be covering in the future. So curriculum design is kind of broadly speaking how you interpret and design a curriculum in that context for your particular pupils, taking into account key assessment points within science. So the national curriculum, which outlines the minimum level of substantive content that you need to cover. So my intention or our intention should be to provide all children, regardless of the special needs, with a broad, balanced science curriculum that covers all of those aspects. So students should leave education with skills that allow them to analyse and cultivate their own ideas based on or based in research and underpinned by interdisciplinary knowledge across different curriculum. So we need to encourage and value pupils' opinions, ideas, and contributions, and expect pupils to value and respect contributions of both us as teachers and adults and their peers. So in an ambitious curriculum, students need to be challenged to engage and be motivated to enable them to build on prior knowledge gained to help them link different concepts together, whether it be through just disciplines in science or bringing things from without. So, for instance, at the beginning of year 7, students have very, very little science knowledge. So, we need to provide them with the building blocks that act as foundations that they can go and build more difficult concepts on. Right, so one example of this is, for instance, when teaching diffusion across the membrane in biology, students must first understand kind of how particles go and move in terms of chemistry, which is reliant before that on them understanding on how atoms move and how energy levels of atoms will go and affect their movement. Students need to play a part in local and national and international communities when necessary, so they feel kind of that they're not doing science just in isolation. It's kind of to give them a much more broader and real life perspective, and to help cultivate that curiosity. So, and when you speak to students, they tend to actually enjoy hard work as long as they're being supported to succeed with it, right? So finally, we can look at how we can use ambitious assessment within the curriculum to both enable students to progress, to be monitored for us, and to act as a driving force for them, to give them that encouragement and give them the sense or to ensure them that they are actually making progress. So Key Stage 3, we should aim to capture attainment based on a robust curriculum with specific end goals that we're working towards. However, we need to realise that each student is going on a journey through that curriculum, and we need to enable students through their assessment to see that they're going and making progress as we're going and we're working through. So within well-designed curriculum, there must be a range of opportunities to assess student progress both formally and informally. So on a lesson-to-lesson basis, it also helps planning plenty of low-threat assessments, because low-threat assessments really enable students to go and see that they're making progress and doesn't freak them out by thinking that they have a much bigger assessment that they need to go and carry out.